Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'd like to call this meeting of the San Felipe de Oro CISD Board of Trustees to order, today being Monday, May 19th, 2025. Mr. Secretary, would you call roll for us?
Yes, sir. Mrs. Chavez?
Present.
Mr. Almaraz?
Here.
Mr. Overfelt?
Present.
Mr. Mesa?
Here.
Ms. Webb?
Present.
Ms. Haynes?
Here.
Sir, you have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Let the record show that we do have a quorum of board members and that this meeting has been duly called in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. At this time, we will have opening ceremonies, and we'll have a moment of silence for one of our longtime educators that just passed, Mr. Jose Luis Perez, Pepe Perez, who was a long-term teacher with our district here. And then we'll have a moment for personal reflection, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. First item of business is item 4 on the agenda, recognitions. First item that we have is state qualifier for golf, Mr. Frenchie McCray.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, members of the school board. Thank you for allowing us to conclude our athletic year with our last recognition, state recognitions. We're going to begin with Coach Oscar, if you would come, and Isaac. Coach Oscar Cardenas is our head Queens and Rams golf coach. And we want to present to you student athlete Isaac Diaz, UIL State Golf Qualifier. Just a little bit about Isaac's golf resume. He has been our 3-time UIL 36A district golf champion as a freshman, sophomore, and this year as a junior. He is the 2023-24 and 24-25 regional qualifier, which he finished as the silver medalist 2 years in a row. At district and at regionals, Isaac shot a series that was under par of the entire golf course. And this year and last year, have everything falling down, 2024 and 2025, he qualified for state. Last year, he finished 6th, and this year, he was leading heading into a 4-hour rain delay, and then we got canceled on day 2. So they went with the first 18 holes that we figured out a way to play. It was like a monsoon out there, but they figured out a way to play it. And he finished 13 out of 72 golfers. Mr. Isaac Diaz.
Those shirts, very nice shirts, extra large.
Congratulations again to everyone. Next item we have is Again, recognitions. Item B, academic all-state track and field, Mr. Frenchie McCray.
Good evening, and thank you again. Tonight, we want to recognize our Academic All-State Award recipients for Rams Track and Field. To help me tonight is our head coach, Rick Torres, and assistant coach, Luis Esparza. To be nominated for Academic All-State, a student must be a senior, an athlete, student trainer, or manager in good standing with the team, be of good moral character, have an overall grade point average of 92 or above from grades 9 through 12. Tonight, we want to recognize student athlete Isaac De Hoyos, Ezekiel Riojas, Mr. Landon Sutton, James Main, Antonio Rivera, Leonardo Rongel, and Logan Sutton. Again, we thank you for the time that you have allowed us to celebrate our student athletes. And on behalf of the athletic department and staff, thank you for the opportunity to highlight the achievements of our student athletes and coaches. Thank you for your continual support. Thank you for the encouragement that you give. And thank you for the time that you share and give in service to our school district. Thank you again.
Congratulations to all of you, and what a great job you've done. Thank you again for everything. Next item we have on our agenda is item C, recognition of drug prevention program implemented by District Attorney's Office, Sandra Hernandez.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. The administration is very proud and honored to recognize the Val Verde County District Attorney, Suzanne West, the 63rd Judicial District Attorney, and Mr. Dwayne Maldonado, Border Prosecution Unit Investigator. We'd like to welcome them this evening, and we'd like to recognize them in appreciation for their efforts and to bring awareness to parents and students about the dangers of THC and mushroom edibles. They discussed forms of edibles, the potency, the legal consequences. They were able to do a presentation to our parents during the district parental conference, and that was earlier this year in January. And Mr. Maldonado was able to present at Del Rio High School, at Early College High School, and Del Rio Freshman, and was able to complete 96 30-minute presentations in 16 days to our students about the effects of these drugs. And so we want to thank them for their commitment and their service and their appreciation of the partnership that they have with the school district, and certainly for their safety and well-being of the students and the families that we serve. So we'd like to thank them, and I believe that we have an appreciation certificate that we'd like to present to them. Thank you to our DA, Suzanne West, and Mr. Dwayne Maldonado, Border Prosecution Unit Investigator.
Thank you very much.
Stand off to the side before you get off the stage. I'd like to make a couple comments.
Okay. Dwayne, thanks a lot. Happy to do it.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm going to turn it over to the board members. They'd like to comment. Mr. Galindo?
Definitely, Ms. West and Mr. Maldonado, thank y'all very much for bringing this information to the community, but more importantly, you really targeted our students to make sure that they understood the dangers, and I know this started at the district parent conference and was able to see the presentation, and it really hits home when you start seeing the dangers that are out there and the things that need to be recognized from parents and from students. So to see as well the 96 different presentations you did, First Chief, you got to have that down to a T now, I'm sure, right? At the very end. But a sincere thank you to bring in the awareness to our community and to the students of the district. And we cannot thank you enough for the work that you have done and given back to our district and to our community. Thank y'all very much.
I'd like to also mention something. For some time now, we wanted to get the additional assistance, and when we look at the discipline reports, it's not uncommon to find that we have a problem, and not only in Del Rio, but everywhere. But when you see a problem like at elementary school, it really, it's so dangerous out there for drugs to be out. I know in our report today, we do have an elementary school that has had one incident with marijuana. And so we need all the help to combat this issue within the district. And I really appreciate all the efforts. Again, I think it's a wonderful thing that you do to present not only at the parental conference, but to do all the sessions at the different sites. So thank you again. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Next item we have is item D under recognitions. We have a donation from Valverde County Sheriff's Office. Chief Oz. There he is.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, members of the board. Tonight, I'd like to take the time to recognize Joe Ortiz, Chief Deputy for the Valverde County Sheriff's Office. Tonight's presentation is for a vehicle, a donation that is being given to us on behalf of the Sheriff, Joe Frank Martinez. The mobile command vehicle is a 2010 Ford E450 van. The vehicle has 3,620 miles on the odometer and is equipped with 6 police digital radios. The vehicle is also equipped with 1 radio for analog channels and 1 UHF radio. The vehicle will be outfitted to provide internet access and has an onboard generator and an external mounted camera capable of extending 44 feet in the air. The vehicle will act as a centralized hub for command and control, bringing together key personnel. It will help coordinate security personnel, traffic control, and other emergency services from one location. This will help streamline decision-making and improve overall efficiency, especially during critical incidences, like active shooter events, hostage situations, or natural disasters. In addition, the vehicle can be equipped with a range of specialized equipment, including video surveillance and data analyzing tools. It will be outfitted for real-time monitoring of campus security cameras and will be able to analyze event conditions such as approaching hazardous weather during school-related activities. It will be able to be deployed to monitor and manage large crowds during public events such as graduations, sporting events, and to ensure the safety and security of attendees. In essence, the command vehicle will act as a mobile extension of the police station, ensuring that the necessary resources, communication, and leadership are available wherever and whenever they are needed.
Any comments from Mr. Ortiz before we?
Dr. Mesa, Dr. Rios and President Mesa, on behalf of Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez, it's a pleasure to be able to make this donation to the school district. The beauty of this is it was originally purchased out of juvenile justice grants. So what better way to end up in the school district where there are a lot of juveniles that y'all have the responsibility for safekeeping. Look forward to seeing new signs on it that say San Felipe Del Rio Police Department, School District Police Department. We believe that will act as a redundancy to our current Bullard unit, which we have. And anytime we have events that are going on, if we need more than one command unit, we'll have them available. We look forward to seeing it and know it's going to be put to good use here at the school district. And again, on behalf of Sheriff Martinez, we welcome the donation.
We welcome any donations, and I think this is such an important donation because we're not able to afford something like that, with the budget. But anyway, I wanted to open it up for board members. I know Mr. Orfeld wanted to say something.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I thought I heard you say.
No, that we were talking about how cool it was. No, thank you. Please express our thanks to Sheriff Joe Frank and the rest of the department in the county. We greatly appreciate that. We know we have that great partnership with y'all and bringing out the Bullard unit to all the big events in there, and now to be able to supplement with this here will be a great thing. So yes, thank you so very much.
And once again, every time that we have large crowds, we always want to make sure that the communication is there, and especially when we have a camera that is out 44 feet in the air, I think it'll help us quite a bit. So again, thank you. We're always grateful, and for the assistance of the sheriff's office in conjunction with everything that we do, like security meetings and so forth that we have. Thank you again for a wonderful thing that we have. We have a certificate. We have a certificate for you if you could come up.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank y'all very much. How's it going? How are you, sir? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank the sheriff for
Pleasure.
his.
We know it's going to be put to good use.
Thank you.
Oh, Josh, I said little blue. Thank you.
We don't have any citizens that signed up for citizens' comments. Next item we have is item 8, reports on the agenda. Item A, intruder detection audit report. Chief Foss. Sorry.
Good evening once again. Tonight's report will be on the recent intruder detection report that we have. As of the time of the last report, we were 93% completed. Last week we had an assessment done, so for the year we are 100% completed. We have one corrective action. That's a result of an assessment that was conducted on April 10th at the Del Rio Freshman School. We have corrective action that is required by June 9th, 2025. As you can see, for phases 1 and 2, we are green, and for phase 3, we are green. The finding for this inspection was because the auditor was unable to see the completed door sweep logs for the campus. So as a result, we have to have training for this day. The training for the Del Rio freshman school staff was held on April 14th, 2025, on the audit process, specifically that all exterior doors, parking lot gates, pedestrian gates, and interior classroom doors must be closed and properly locked. Staff were taught that all employees should be wearing an approved lanyard with their ID showing and should question anyone who is not wearing the ID or if they are unsure that they are district employees. Procedures for the door sweeps and Sentinel were also addressed. Is there any questions?
Any questions from board members? No questions. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next report we have on our agenda is item 8B, facilities and construction update. Mr. Hector Chapa.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, members of the board. Tonight's update will be for Cody Warlock Gym renovation as well as the HVAC equipment project. Currently, the plumbing is on pace to be completed this week, if worst case scenario, early part of next week. HVAC is progressing. They installed part of the ductwork on one of the units. And the interior also, the interior ductwork has been two out of the three have been installed. Electrical is basically waiting on AEP to do the temporary hookup. Windows and doors are progressing. The only thing we're lacking on the restrooms right now would be partitions and the fixtures such as mirrors and so forth, hand dryers, soap dispensers. The windows have been placed on the upper levels also on both sides of the building. And today they started removing the window on one of the windows on the north side of the building above the new locker rooms. Also, you can see part of the ductwork that's been installed across the gym and on the long axis, also north-south axis. I'll continue with the work orders.
Sorry, can you just go back to that picture, so we can point out a couple things? Will you hover over the scoreboard with your mouse if you can, see if it comes up?
The scoreboard?
All right, so the only thing I'll point out, I'm sorry, just right there, the picture on the right, Mr. Mesa and board members, by next board meeting, we should be able to see the new retractable boards, the new scoreboard. Obviously, both windows on that side would be completely up, and we would probably be close to painting the floor. So by the June board meeting, we should be, I'm going to say 80% complete. So it's exciting. It's a good job, Mr. Chapa, in overseeing that project.
Yes, sir. We'll continue with the work orders. For maintenance department, in the past 90 days, 1,024 work orders were created. 91% were complete. On the 0 to 15 days, 158 work orders were created, 82% were complete. 16 to 30 days, 177 work orders were created, 90% were complete. 31 to 60 days, 326 work orders were created, 93% complete. And 61 to 90 days, 94%, 363 work orders were created, 94% were complete. Technology department, the previous 90 days, 3,720 work orders were created, 3,342 were completed for a percentage of 90%. On the 0 to 15 days, 465 work orders were created, 429 were completed, 92%. 16 to 30 days, 553 were created, 522 were completed, 94%. 31 to 60 days, 1,394 were created, 1,216 were completed, 87%. And 61 to 90 days, 1,307 were created, 1,174 were completed for 90%. Transportation department, the previous 90 days, a total of 309 work orders were created, 299 were completed, 97%. On 0 to 15 days, 29 were created, 23 were completed, 79%. 16 to 30 days, 41 were created, 39 were completed, 95%. 31 to 60 days, 115 work orders were created, 113 were completed, 98%. And 61 to 90 days, 124 work orders were created, all of them were completed, 100%.
Questions from board members? No questions? I just have one on, under facilities. Are these, on the two pictures that we have there, are those fans that are hanging from the ceiling? Are those on the right-hand side?
No, sir, those are the actual LED lights.
LED lights? Okay,
Like that one there?
yes, okay,
Yeah. Those are part of the LED lights.
okay. That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, next item we have is item 8C, Term 5 Attendance and Discipline Report. We have those in our packet. There's a question for Ms. Sandate. No questions. Okay.
Attendance one up. Attendance one up.
Attendance and Discipline Report.
No, I'm saying attendance showed improvement.
Oh, attendance shows improvement, okay. I look at all those and it's great to see the 90%. I think there was one campus that was like 89%, if I remember correctly. But again, great effort because, again, it means so much for our students to be in school, getting the instruction that they need. And then, of course, it makes a big difference when we have the ADA and the funding that goes along with that. So thank you again. Great job. We go on to the consent agenda. There's some minutes of previous meetings that we've had, both regular and special called. And then there's some donations, as always. We thank the individuals and organizations that donated to the school district and different organizations. And again, board members, there's some expenses that are under the consent agenda. If there's any question, at this time would be a proper time to ask questions if you want to pull any of those items before we act. Again, one action will approve all items on the consent agenda. Any questions from board members? None? Okay, then, there being no questions, I will ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda. Motion made by Amy Haynes, seconded by Mr. Almaraz. Again, all those in favor? Motion carries unanimously. There's no other items under administration. We will go into business and finance. Business and finance, item 13. First item that we have. Let's see. First item we have under 13A, discussion possible action regarding resolution on transportation for summer community meal program. Amy Childress.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. This summer, we will be having our summer food program once again, and we are asking to allow transportation to be provided to those students who will be attending the Joe Ramos Center. They will be transported by bus to eat meals at the Del Rio High School. So we're just asking to be allowed to provide transportation for that.
Okay. Questions from board members? So, Dr. Rios, before they used to go to Lamar for lunch, the ones attending the summer program?
Yes, sir. We used to host the boys club at the San Felipe Rick's gym, and they would walk from there. But what are the three areas we're offering summer meal programs?
I believe middle school, the high school, and we are at Lamar, but the high school will be open, will be offering meals a little bit longer. So that's why they're asking to attend the high school.
Okay, that's the only question I had. Anyone else? Okay. Then recommendation, please.
Yes, sir. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the resolution allowing the district to transport children attending the summer program at the Del Rio Boys and Girls Club to the Del Rio High School campus to be served by the Summer Community Meal Program.
First, the recommendation from administration, motion made by Becky Chavez. Is there a second to the motion? Okay, Mr. Diego Almaraz. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Item 13B, consideration to approve disposal of surplus furniture for Garfield Elementary Campus. Amy Childress.
Good evening once again. This summer, as we make preparation for the middle school redesign, we know we will have excess furniture at the Garfield Elementary campus. And at this time, we're just asking that we would like to take any of that extra furniture and be able to either donate it to local government agencies or possibly any schools in Mexico that might need it.
Okay. Questions from board members?
I do have a question, Mr. Mesa.
Amy Haynes.
Did we offer our staff, anybody from our other campuses that may need something, a piece, a chair, a table, a desk, that they could use?
Dr. Rios.
Yeah. Mr. Mesa, members of the board, at the principals meeting on Friday, I shared with the principals that we would be sending them a worksheet to where they could request for us what furniture they would need for their campus. I promised them the worksheet today, but I haven't gotten it to you, but they'll get it before we give away any of the furniture, ma'am.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Anyone else? No one else? Recommendation, please.
Yes, sir. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the donation excess furniture items located at Garfield Elementary to local government agencies and schools in Mexico.
For the recommendation from administration, there's a motion by Mr. Galindo, seconded by Amy Haynes. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. We go on to Human Resources, item 14A, consideration to approve a new Dean of Instruction position for Del Rio Middle School. Amy Childress.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. This evening, we are asking for you to approve a new Dean of Instruction position at the Del Rio Middle School.
Dr. Rios.
Yes, just to expand, since we're going to 3 middle schools, currently we have a Dean of Instruction at Del Rio Middle School. One already exists there. And then we have another one at San Felipe Memorial. Now, Del Rio Middle School is 2 grade levels, but they have only one this year. As we move forward to middle school redesign, there'll be 3 middle schools, and the model is to have 1 assistant principal and 1 Dean of Instruction. The current Dean of Instruction at Del Rio Middle School will be serving Garfield Elementary, and the current San Felipe Memorial Middle School Dean of Instruction will be at San Felipe. So we need 1 additional one so that every school has 1 Dean of Instruction.
Questions from board members? Becky Chavez?
Just to clarify, so there will be 1 dean of, the principal, 1 Dean of Instruction, and an assistant principal?
Yes, ma'am.
So they will be equal, all 3?
Correct.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Recommendation, please.
Sir. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve a new position for the Dean of Instruction at Del Rio Middle School as presented.
For the recommendation, is there a motion for approval? Motion made by Mrs. Webb, seconded by Becky Chavez. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Item 14B, consideration to approve the conversion of an excess position to a textbook safety worker position for the textbook department. Amy Childress.
Good evening once again. This evening, yes, we are bringing to you, we are needing a position of a textbook safety worker, and we are looking to convert one of the excess positions that we have on the budget into that position.
Questions from board members? What is a safety worker?
Yes, I was going to ask that.
Well, Sandra's the one that's in tune with that, so we can just have Sandra explain that.
Good evening. The textbook worker is an assistant to Mr. Turner's in the textbook and will assist with the counting of the textbooks, being able to record. Also does the campus safety audits, playground audits, and will assist Mr. Turner in doing that.
Okay. Okay. So there are audits and going around, make sure that everything's up to par, anything needs repair before students get hurt, or if there's, broken glass or something, they take care of that.
We, Mr. Turner provides an audit annually for each of the campuses and basically will assist with the recording of what needs to get repaired so that then we can bring it forward to the appropriate department for repairs and updates.
Okay. And just one other question. I know in the past years we've gone to digital textbooks. So are we still using the hardbound textbook?
I'm going to defer that question.
Dr. Rios?
In terms of hardbound, what we have a lot are workbooks for students. That's primarily what we have hardbound. But another piece that this position is going to be doing is that our hope is to transition everything away from paper. And we have a whole lot of shredding that needs to be done and accounted for, and we have to expedite that. So the playground audits, coupled with a whole lot of the shredding that we probably have to do over the next 18 months, will be more than enough to keep Mr. Troy and 2 other people busy. But for now, we just want to do one position there.
Okay. Just wondering. Any other questions from board members? Okay, no questions, recommendation? Amy?
It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the conversion of an excess position to a textbook safety worker position with the textbook department.
First, the recommendation, motion made by Mrs. Webb, seconded by Mr. Almaraz. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 14C, consideration to approve the conversion of an excess position to a librarian. Amy Childress.
Good evening once again. At this time, administration is asking to add a position of an elementary librarian. Again, we would be converting one of our excess teacher positions to that position.
Questions from board members?
No, go ahead.
Mr. Diego Almaraz.
We'll be converting a teaching position to a librarian position for elementary. Is that right?
These are excess positions, so we're not reducing the current teacher by one to make a librarian. We have excess positions. The board always funds about 5 excess positions for growth during the year, and it wasn't necessary to use them. So again, because of the middle schools, we're going to take one of the elementary librarians and put them at Garfield Middle School, and we'd like to replace that position with one of the previous librarians that were reduced this past year.
Okay. So that was my next question, is how we're going to go about filling that. Are we going to reinstate the librarians that were, pulled from their actual librarian positions to teach now back into a library, correct?
Yes, sir. At this point, we have 2 librarians that are in the classroom, and we will be returning one of them. So it'll only be posted internally.
Okay.
Anyone else? Those are very good questions. Thank you for asking that question. No further questions, and recommendation, please.
Yes, sir. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the conversion of an excess position to a librarian position.
First, the recommendation, motion made by Mr. Galindo, seconded by Mrs. Webb. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Next item we have is item D, discussion possible action to approve employee job descriptions and evaluation forms. Amy Childress.
Good evening, President Mesa, Dr. Rios, and members of the board. This evening, bring to you 2 job description and evaluation forms for your consideration. The first is for a transportation coordinator. We will be converting our director of transportation during the budget process to a transportation coordinator. And the CTE assistant principal, we will be converting the director of CTE to this position.
Questions from board members? Hearing none.
Yes, sir. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the employee job descriptions and evaluation forms as discussed.
For the recommendation, is there a motion for approval? Mr. Diego Almaraz made a motion, seconded by Mr. Galindo. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Item 14E, consideration to approve the updated 2024-2025 district compensation plans. Amy Childress.
Good evening once again. We have a couple of updates to our compensation plan. At this time on page 219, under the administrative professional pay plan, we are adding the CTE assistant principal position for the 226 days. And then on page 222, under the summer school rates, we are adding back the educational diagnostician, the speech language pathologist, the speech language pathologist assistant, and then we are adding a tutor less than 60 college hours for our summer rates.
Questions from board members? No questions. recommendation.
Yes, sir. It is the recommendation of the administration that the Board of Trustees approve the updated 2024-2025 district compensation plan as presented.
For the recommendation from administration, is there a motion for approval? Motion made by Mr. Orfeld, seconded by Becky Chavez. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you very much.
Okay, the time is 6:45 PM. We're going to go into closed session pursuant to policy, again, 551.074 and 551.071. If any action is required, it will be taken upon reconvening into open session. We're now in closed session.
I have to,
The time is 8:19 PM. We're reconvening into open session. No action was taken in executive. We're down to item 18A. Consideration to approve the personnel report to include the following: new hires, district vacancies, retirements, resignations. Amy Childress.
Good evening. It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Trustees approve the resignations, retirements, and vacancies as discussed in closed session and the following new personnel: Alyssa Price, Assistant Athletic Trainer at Del Rio Middle School; Amanda Fleenor, Music Teacher, Assistant Band Director at Del Rio Middle School; Katie Mellett, Music Teacher, Assistant Band Director at Del Rio Middle School; and Gabriela Torrescano, CTE Education and Training Teacher at Del Rio High School CTE.
You've heard the recommendations. Is there a motion for approval? Motion made by Ms. Orfeld, seconded by Mr. Almaraz. All those in favor? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 18B, consideration to approve the position of Chief Compliance and Accountability Officer. Amy Childress.
Yes. It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Trustees approve Carlos Barrera for Chief Compliance and Accountability Officer.
For the recommendation, motion made by Mr. Galindo. Is there a second? Second by Becky Chavez. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimous.
Thank you.
Item 18C, consideration to approve the position of 21st Century Community Learning Center Director. Amy Childress.
It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Trustees approve Edith Oka for 21st Century Community Learning Center Director.
For the recommendation, motion made by Mr. Orfeld, seconded by Mr. Almaraz. All those in favor? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 18D, consideration to approve the position of 21st Century Community Learning Center Program Site Coordinator at San Felipe Middle School. Amy Childress.
It is the recommendation of administration that the Board of Trustees approve Ana Hawkinson Torres for the 21st Century Community Learning Center Program Site Coordinator at San Felipe Memorial Middle School.
Is there a motion for approval? Motion made by Amy Haynes, seconded by Mr. Galindo. All those in favor? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you very much.
There being no other items on the agenda, is there a motion for adjournment? Amy Haynes, seconded by Mr. Galindo. All those in favor? Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you. Good night, everyone.